Preparing to live stream.
Yeah, and we don't close early today, so we close at 4. But still, I don't see like a lot of volume today.
Mhm.
With SPY, like SPY is just stuck in this little range right here. Um, Most likely it's gonna pull back this morning. If we get enough volume, we could probably take it down to 417.
Yeah, yeah, that 420 is, yeah, well, I don't know. I don't think we'll hit that 423 until next week, definitely.
Yeah.
Um, but
Yeah, I think next week or the week after that, we should be hitting it, depending on
yeah,
what goes on next week too.
hmm yeah,
I
but
don't,
definitely, yeah, definitely some puts before below that 420 that you have there, 47. There's, um, we'll see. I'm curious to see how it's going to behave in the first 30 minutes. Either we rally pretty hard and then just completely sell off below that 420, 47. So I could definitely see that happening.
yeah, yeah.
So
Let's
that's
see.
good.
Yeah, so anything, we could probably we could probably scalp or maybe do like a little day trade.
Mhm.
Let's see. Yeah, and I was going to
What happened?
BA.
The news come out.
For BA. No.
That's quite
Actually,
a.
no. You know what? We got news on JD.
Oh man, I've been eyeing
Yeah.
JD for a while.
Yeah, I know. They had a really big spike yesterday, but it died down. But
Mhm.
I think this is something we should be looking into next
Oh
week.
yeah, I love it when there's a big spike and there's a lot of volume. Well, in this case,
Yeah.
there's really not that much, but when there's a lot of volume and dies down, and it takes 1 or 2 days before it just rallies up and it breaks the high of that spike, and it's beautiful. Like for example, Peloton, the news came out, the U.S. factory, and it just went up to like 101 from 98 or something intraday,
Oh,
and then it
wow.
died. It died, and then that same day he just died, and then it took a day or two, and I think we're 109 now, and so anyway, so
Yeah. I don't really trade Piton.
yeah, it's too many bad news.
Yeah. Yeah, too many. Plus the pandemic's over, so a
Yeah,
lot of people are heading back to the gym,
yeah,
you know.
maybe Planet Fitness will be a good one. I don't know if people do. I
Oh,
can't remember the
really? Are they
ticker name.
public?
Yep, I think it's
Mm,
Plat P.
yeah, that should be a good one.
Anyways, yeah, well,
Yeah.
we'll talk about that in a minute, but
I noticed on XPEV we had this really crazy volume. Look at that.
oh,
Yesterday after hours. That's a lot. I did see that they have a heavy call flow for June. I think it was June
that's
4th
right. Yeah,
and
they're
June
showing it.
18th, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a little flat this morning. It's just a little, I mean, maybe we could do some puts.
Hmm.
Again, if we have some volume, I would say under 32.
Yeah, if the whole market starts to show some weakness, anything that has been rallying for the last couple of days will be a good put strategy.
Yeah, it should. Text.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask you. Oh man, look at that! Nothing, just silence,
Oh,
just
yeah,
chop,
no,
chop,
but it
chop.
looks like, we're gonna have an inverted uh cup and handle right here.
Hmm.
So we should see more red. again, if we have volume this morning, but
Yeah,
it looks like we can get some good puts in it.
yeah. Just tech is just not the play right now.
Yeah, no, it's not
I,
cutting it.
like I said, I think next week. I mean, we had all those, all that OI on June 18th. I I think we're gonna see a lot of movement by next week, and I think tech is gonna break new highs.
Yeah.
Maybe not Tuesday, but midweek.
Yeah, probably
Snow,
Tuesday or Wednesday, you know.
yeah.
We should see some volatility. Yeah, I've heard a lot of stuff about snow. There's like a lot of people like all over it.
So I actually play that. I didn't call it on the channel just because it was quick
It move
and
fast.
it moves fast and it can be
Yeah.
risky. And, you gotta watch things, but the volume on that. If you look at the daily, the volume is insane. Um, so I traded it. I think I got 240s and 245 calls
Mhm.
for next week. I have to check. Um,
Oh,
but
you're swinging it.
mhm, yeah, I'll probably post that on the channel. But
Oh yeah, that's a lot of volume
yeah,
yesterday.
that volume is
Oh
it's
my God.
beautiful, and I think we've hit bottom on that. One of the people that I follow mentioned that, and I just looked at that chart and like beautiful. I love that setup right there where it just like dips, and exactly that level you have there, the two alerts.
Mhm.
That is what I was watching. Well, obviously it broke, but if it can find support at that 245 level, um, we can. I don't think we'll see it below 240 anymore. So I really like this one for a swing. Um, I can see it move to 300, in maybe 3 weeks. And so, but I think the IV is going to go a little bit high, especially because of yesterday. So we'll have to watch that and wait for a good contract that where the IV is not that high. But
Yeah.
definitely one to watch.
Yeah. The IV kind of settled though a little bit. Like I use the IV indicator
Yeah, me
and look at
too.
it. It was like crazy before
Yep.
earnings. It
Yeah.
was way too high. That's why, I hadn't really touched it because the IV was just too high. I mean, look at this. This is way too crazy.
Yep.
Even though it made a move up, I just think that's just a lot, you know,
Yep.
way too expensive. So I think now that the IV has settled, now would be a good time to be looking at some good
Hmm.
entries.
Yeah.
Yeah, same thing with ABNB. I missed it yesterday, but I hadn't traded it
Yeah.
because it was just the IV was just way too high.
Yep. Yeah. PLTR. So I don't know if PLTR is it's getting some sympathy. It's sympathy play from all the other meme stocks, like AMC, um, and GME. At one point, it was lumped into that group,
Mhm.
but um, I think I posted a chart about PLTR, and it had a channel on the daily, and I think we're approaching that upper range of that channel. Um, and I think I said that we will be hitting 24 very soon. If you were to draw a channel right there, um, and I said,
Okay.
we're gonna hit that 24, 23, 24 level soon. And sure enough, here we are. I have a couple of 22 calls that I'm still holding. Um, so I'm already in the money, but it doesn't really move much. So we'll see. We'll see if we hit that 24. But I like this one.
Yeah, it's a good one. I think it's gonna come and retest probably what, 21,
Hmm. Yeah,
2150.
and
But it look
it's a cheap play. The contras are
yeah,
extremely cheap. great for a small account. It doesn't move much, but that looks like algo trading to me yesterday. Like that
Yeah,
staircase
yeah. I
right
mean, look at
there.
all this
Yeah,
low volume,
yeah, but it's
you
moving like
know.
and then right at the end. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that's usually what happens. Yeah, Workhorse was also on a really nice uptrend yesterday.
yeah.
Yeah, although they've had like bad press, they're not getting the United
Contract.
States Post Office
Hmm.
contract, are they?
Nope. Well, well, not that I know of, but they've been fighting it. Um,
I
I
think
don't know.
they're gonna give it to Ford.
Really? Huh.
Yeah.
I could see that. I mean, for bigger factory, you don't have the
Hmm.
reputation, you don't have to worry about
Yeah.
manufacturing issues. Yeah. And Ford's on the EV train and looks like they're going full on. And so,
Yeah, they
wow.
are. I missed the breakout here. What was it at 12, 13?
Hmm.
Oh man, I was watching it and I don't know what happened. My alert didn't go off and the stock just took off that day.
Yeah.
So
I
I'm
think,
watching it here for some puts though because it just ran a little too hard. It gapped
yep.
up and look, we got a gap to fill,
Jeez.
you know,
Yeah.
214,
I think on the
13.
21st, I think that's or one of those days this week they announced their new truck or the electric truck,
Yeah,
and that's when it started. That's when it might have been that day right there. Yeah, I
yeah,
think
I
that's
think
when
it
things
did. It
started.
was here somewhere.
And I think one of our members there, they were on that, John, I think it was.
Yeah, John.
Um, and he's like, "What do you think?" He's like, "Oh, I don't know. I mean, everyone's on the EV train, so but look at the resistance and." Man, it just broke that 1369 and it just kept going. It's like, whew. But
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. And I've been watching General Motors, but again, the IV was just way too high. Look at that. Now it's settled down, so we could probably look for an entry because they're also on the EV train.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they
Oh
gapped up.
man,
Yeah, look at this gap. We're definitely gonna fill this gap.
yeah. And it's been, I mean, that consolidation that's been going on for let's see, 2 months now. That range from
Actually,
60,
since well, yeah,
55. Yeah,
since
and
March.
yeah,
Yeah, that's a lot. Yeah, not watching a lot. Let's see, Starbucks is really good to trade on a Friday because their contracts are so cheap.
huh.
They're like
You
dirt
mean
cheap.
like a zero data a day to expiration or
Yeah,
oh okay, okay.
yeah, they're like 10 cents, 20 cents. But
Wow.
again, if we have volume, we could definitely make a good move here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I'm watching Visa and
Visa, yeah.
that's about it. Yeah, it gapped up over after hours.
Yeah, Visa moves very interestingly during after hours and pre-market.
Yeah,
It's kind of choppy, probably because there's very little volume. Really, Visa doesn't really have a lot of volume. It's more of a, I don't want to say a boomer stock, but it's one that doesn't move much. But if there's really nothing else out there, and
yeah,
that's really what I look at. If there's really nothing out there, Visa can be a good play.
yeah, it's a good little mover.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's about it. You want to share your screen?
Yep. Yep.
Do your sharing.
Yeah, let's see. So move to back to thinkorswim. I was using that other, oops. I forgot it on this now. Come on. Oops. Gosh, sorry, give me a minute. Well, you can see the screen, right? Oops.
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay. All right. I can't seem to make this bigger, but anyway, so a couple of names that I'm watching. Let's see. Well, I think you already talked about ABNB. Sorry, my dog. I mean, the volume on this is insane. I knew that I share that the volume profile. I mean, look at that. I knew it was just a matter of time to bounce off of that volume shelf. And so that's why I posted that chart not too long ago, 2 days ago. And then this volume came in, just last shakeouts, and they just rallied. And so I think I got in. I think I called it out entry above 139. So it's doing very well. I've got a couple of levels that I'm watching here. These two levels right here, I don't think they're as strong as very strong resistance anyway. So I think we might just fly through them very quickly. These three right here. So we can move to 155 and no problem. Let's see if I can zoom out and find those levels. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of action here, but the true resistance is not until right here, 155, and then 175 or so. So we can see a big move between this range, but it really needs to find support right here at 143, 144. I mean, it's had a nice run, but it needs to a place to find before the next leg up.
Yeah.
So let's see. I mentioned CRM. That was in my watch list. They had earnings yesterday or this morning. Must have been yesterday. So here's the daily. You had a couple of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's quite a few. But if we look at the 4 hours, so we can see the pre-market, we finally broke that level. We finally broke that range. Still getting used to this. So here's my line. It's really hard to tell the line. Let me make it bigger. Anyway, that's the break right there. So there's some volume, but I mean, the IV is going to be a little bit high because of earnings. So I'm watching to find support somewhere in here, 235, 36 before it can continue to run. But I definitely like this one. I like CRM. Let's see. Baba, I mentioned Baba. The only problem with Baba is that it's Baba. I mean,
Yeah. That's another BA where it just does whatever it wants to do,
Yeah. I mean, we have this triangle right here, but I mean, if we were to zoom out, it has a lot of work to do before they can touch and retest this trend line right here at 220. So
oh yeah, that's nice. Yeah, but you know what? Baba runs with techs too. So if techs are kind of suffering right now, Baba is gonna just, follow.
Yeah. Let's see if I can. There you go. You have to give me more some lessons on Thinkorswim. It's been a while. I don't really use Thinkorswim on my desktop. Everything's on my phone. So, but we have this right here. I mean, we can break out of this. I'm not too excited for it. I think there are cleaner charts out there. But if we break that, I think I mentioned if we break that 215 level, we can see a move to 218. And then move on to the next resistance, which is 224. But obviously there's some big consolidation at this level. So there's that. I mentioned, oh yes, I forgot, and I posted on that chart. CRM had an upgrade
it did?
Morgan Stanley. Morgan Stanley upgraded to overweight with the target of 285. And then some other Mitsuo securities, they adjusted the price target to 290, so from 270. So I would assume it was a result of the earnings, and so I would anticipate a big move in the next couple of days, especially because we're finally breaking out of this this trend line right here. So let's see. You already talked about Apple. You talked about Snow, Airbnb, Jemaya, or I'm not sure how they call it, but that's a good name to watch. Let's see. It finally broke that trend, just like a lot of names that we've been watching. So once we break that 30 and then find support there, we can definitely move to this level right here to 35. And so I'm adding that to the mix. But there's, I mean, this day right here with a lot of volume, that was, I think that's what helped to prop it up. And so we just need that volume needs to continue so we can keep going. If not, it'll just die down and continue to consolidate at this level. So
what do they do? Are they a tech company?
No, they're like the African Amazon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, at least that's my understanding. Let's see. Is there a way to? Nope. Yep. So I think that's what's so it's like, it's like Baba, but just in Africa. Let's see, what was the other name? Let me go back to some of the swings, and I think you caught them. I wanted to check out Lee and get your opinion, because we touch on that, but
Lee, have you seen the weekly chart?
Let me open it up. Oof! Oh my gosh!
Yeah, it looks really good, doesn't it? Yeah, I don't know. I was thinking of maybe getting a swing position today at the end of the day, or maybe next week. But definitely looking at the June and July expirations. They look really good.
Yeah. So what's going on with them in terms of their product?
Well, apparently they're doing really well. They beat earnings. Their numbers for their sales were really good. And really, it's just about the numbers. And they haven't even gotten any upgrades yet. So once we start seeing those upgrades coming in, we're going to see this probably hit, 30.
Yeah.
Okay. No doubt, if we have volume, and look at all that volume that we got this week. That's pretty heavy.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, all of those Chinese EV stocks, XPEV also is looking really good on the weekly. But since they ran a little too hard these past 2 days, I'm expecting them to pull back today again because of the profit taking. That's why I want to grab a swing position at the end of the day or maybe Tuesday when we come back,
Yeah,
because we could also see a little more selling, but look at all that volume. That's crazy.
yeah,
That was really good.
I like to see it retest this level right here.
Yeah.
Now that it broke it, I mean it's okay if it breaks down, but probably do some Fibonacci to see kind of where those levels are. But let's see, and I haven't used these on Thinkorswim, but okay. Let's see if there's another one. We talked about POTR. Square is, I guess, just taking a breather. I guess we'll just keep waiting. I'm still holding some swings for June 4th next week, and I think I have June 18th.
Mhm.
So, space. Apparently, Branson is good to go. Has signed up for training.
Oh, really?
For,
Barely?
yep.
Oh my gosh. I think he knew,
So
his intention was never to fly in May because he had announced this last year. I can't believe him.
yeah, but look at this. I mean, that is. I mean, if we were to compare volume to this
Yeah.
rally, I don't know. I mean, I could see it happen again.
Oh yeah,
So
well, that day, I think Wall Street Bets pumped the stock that day.
yeah,
Remember?
yeah, yeah.
It went crazy,
So I
but it
think,
can.
yeah, here's an extra resistance, 35, big
Mhm.
one right here. So we'll see. And I think that's 32. It'll consolidate here. Probably will try to break 35, and then eventually start consolidating here. This at this level, where there's um, a lot of supply. So we'll probably hang around at that area.
Mhm.
I don't think we need to talk about all the other meme stocks like AMC, where
I want puts on
uh,
AMC. I mean, come on, really 33, they go crazy. It has to pull back.
yeah.
I don't think we're gonna have a
Um,
GME situation here. Yeah, look at the weeklies. Oh, way
yeah,
overextended.
that is, yeah.
It's way too high.
I think I follow a couple of people who have been adding puts to this, and um, yeah, I mean, and just like I was saying, telling some people that if you're gonna get puts, don't get them, don't get weeklies, you know, get further out a little bit because you never know, you never
Yeah.
know what this thing could do. So buy at least 2 to 3 weeks out, and maybe get one uh, closer to the strike and weekly. So it's definitely not a bad play. Um, same with GME. So
Yeah.
oh,
I'm just waiting for it to go under 27. That's my trigger to
okay,
go short.
okay, okay.
And look, it's going up right now.
It's insane.
Whatever.
I am watching Tesla. I think I mentioned, I think I added a chart on that. I think we're going to retest this level right here. This I talked about 680. It really needs more volume to be
Hmm.
able to continue. If volume doesn't come in, it'll probably just consolidate at this level. So we got a couple of volume, some pivots here, but
Yeah. I saw ICLN has been making a really nice uptrend. So it
okay,
looks like,
that's the clean ETF, right?
yeah, the clean
Uh,
energy.
yep, yeah, yeah. I haven't traded that one. I know some people were
Yeah.
doing leaps on that, so I think that they did it way before, but
Yeah, that was too early, but I think now if you look at the weekly chart, it's found some really good support. Um, I think once we break 2350 and get some volume coming in, you could really see a
okay,
nice breakout to 27.
okay, all right.
You know,
we'll add that to our watch list.
Yeah, and the MJ sector also looks really good on the weekly, and I think we're ready to make some moves for June.
I like that nice weekly
Yeah,
candle there.
yeah, because we ran too hard in February, so it
Yeah,
had to pull back. So it's been pulling back for months, and it hasn't really done much. But I see it brewing, and showing signs of a reversal here.
yeah. I like it. I like MJ, and I think he puts some other pot stocks.
Oh yeah, Tilray, CGC,
Tilray. Yeah. 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 There's
oh,
some.
and actually there's the Weed Maps is going public with a SPAC in June. I believe
Oh,
the
that's right.
ticker is SSPK. Yeah, Silver Spike. It hasn't been doing that well, but I've been, keeping my eye on it.
Okay.
So, like above 1650 or even like 17,
Yeesh. Yeah.
but it still needs a lot of volume.
Yeah. Well, it needs more. Their marketing team needs to do better. So,
Yeah.
it needs more attention, and I think it will. I mean, you're just looking at the daily. I mean, you just look at this.
Yeah, it doesn't look
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. It's yeah. That's not one that I would trade for sure. And when there's so many other
No.
ones. Um, but
Tilray is
oh yeah,
getting ready. As long as we hold over 17, I think it should be good.
yeah,
But the weekly chart looks pretty bullish.
yeah. 1974. That's what I'm watching for a break out of um, that bottom, and then find support there. So, okay, that's good names. Let me quickly browse through my watch list here, and I think we've covered quite a few. I don't think we need to talk about that many, and then just you know, Walmart. FSLR. I think I saw some good activity on it. FSLR. Not that much. It's still kind of choppy. I
Yeah.
think it just ran too hard from, geez, oh, the teens. It was in the teens, no, not too long ago. I mean, geez. So I won't be touching that for quite some time. AH still holding one last contract on this. I might add some more. Actually, no, I added one more yesterday.
Mhm.
And so if the volume continues, we can break, is that TTM squeeze? We can break this level right here, this 30. There was quite a few 35 calls because they're monthlies. So
Yeah.
there's quite a few 35 calls. And they're pretty cheap, well, relatively cheap. So you can definitely even just get one of those
Yeah.
and just ride it. I think we're gonna hit 35 by the 18th of June. And so, but that's definitely one to watch. I don't know if you're still, you just mentioned that you were going to add some positions on that.
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever did. Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna add some. I'll probably see about adding today.
Yeah. And that's it. That's all I have now. I think just like we talked about, low volume Friday before a holiday. Probably won't be going too heavy. Maybe even either close some positions or add some swings for 2 to 3 weeks out, and just see how things play out by the end of the day. So
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, because SPY is pulling back.
yeah.
And the VIX is super flat this morning. I think we can see a nice move above 34. But again, we need volume and it's like it's thinning out. And it thinned out yesterday too at the end of the day.
Yeah, I mean, look at it. I mean, it's been ranging. That's quite a big range.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just bouncing. I
yeah,
actually wanted to
definitely
sell
pull back.
off a little more.
Yeah, definitely watching SPY. I mean, there's been too many other names that I haven't been watching SPY as much.
Mhm.
But really, because I haven't been trading those big tech stocks, and so. But all right, well, let's wrap it up. We'll watch SPY as a guide to see what they want to do. And I think I think we'll watch some option flow by the end of the day, see what the big money or smart money um, thinks that we're going to do next week.
Right.
So we'll see how much volume comes in on SPY and on NQ. So
Yeah. All right. Yeah. We'll wrap it up and then we'll see what the market brings today. So not
yeah,
really going too heavy because of the low
yep,
volume.
yep, yeah. All righty. Well, thank you. We'll see you at the market.
Okay. All right. Let's have a good day.
Okay. All
All
right.
right. Bye.